Hey, so I wanted to go through this pretty quickly before the Clash of Fates has set in, and if you are part of the tournament, thank you for being part of that tournament for the Untap tourney series, or is that a series? I don't know. I'm going along with it. We're going in anyway. So if you think about this deck, is that it's going to be very janky, as you can see here. There's a few questionable things about this in the first place anyway, and it definitely needs work. So this is why this is more of a deck concept than a deck profile, but I'll kind of explain why as we go on. But this is the Son Gohan deck that I've been coming back and forth to, and this is kind of what I have so far. I'm very open to feedback and as well as changes to it. I haven't touched it in a while, but it still remains to be something that is really good. I also haven't touched this in a while, but let's kind of go through the deck. So again, Son Gohan, if you didn't know what he does or what he is about, he is a blue Shenron leader, which I'm surprised he really doesn't have too much play in him, or have been getting too much play. He is a pretty decent Storm leader. The original build for this was a blue-yellow, and I was just like, that's too regular. I kind of want to give out that deck tech and kind of make it different. That's just who I am, you know? That's who I am. But this is, again, blue Shenron leader. When he attacks, he gains 5k for the duration of turn and choose up to 1 Dragon Ball from your deck of life and add it to your hand and then shuffle anything. So pretty basic as far as that goes. But the thing is about him, and the reason why his 2-drop desire card is pretty good, is that he can restand and then he keeps the 5k for the duration of turn. This doesn't really focus on that in this deck. He kind of gets his we kind of focus on making sure we abuse his ultimate effect, basically. So his says to remove 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, and when you do so, you choose up to 3 of your energy and switch it to active mode, and he gains 15k in critical for the rest of the turn and flip it over. So it's funny because after you flip it over, he's still kind of a threat. He gains 5k and he can still restand. Still a really good leader, like overall pretty good leader. And I think if I took some time, especially probably after set 6, I'll probably revisit this leader. I got to do that to a lot of leaders, but him in himself is not bad, especially with access to all the blue stuff. And so yeah, in order to abuse that effect correctly, we use hit. So as you can see, and as you can kind of figure out, there's a few things that are going on here. And so also we have the 7 Dragon Balls, right? So draw 1. There you go. There you go. You draw 1. There it is. No Barunga. There's no Barunga here. This is the Earthling Shenron. That's why I have him in there. Anytime I see Barunga Balls is gonna be in there. Anyway, Mai is going to be the person to really get the cards out. Mine's a little bit better than Pilaf. I used Pilaf a little bit versus her beforehand, and Pilaf kind of sat there, didn't really do anything after that. And Mai, in tandem with the flute, does pretty well into getting Dragon Balls early and using her for combo power or something else like that. For him, at the earliest, it's going to be a turn 3, turn 4 wish / awakening, and that's going to be okay because at that time you need to be setting up Child's Wish and as well as hit, and then into lightning fast hits. So and this deck is very situational. Like you have to really plan out what you want to do the next 3 or 4 turns. You have to defend pretty much for a lot of different things. But the other thing is that as you attack each and every time, they're most likely going to be taking the life and going to 4 pretty quickly, and even and most of the time they're not going to be able to kind of get around that because it is 15 every single turn. It's automatically going to be a combo power or a negate or something of that nature, and even if they have a deadly defender, it's going to be at least 15k to actually get into that. And Mai is going to be there as far as comboing power and getting your Dragon Balls and drawing. The other thing is that Baba, really good. So I will shout out to Chuck yet again in order to for these 2 cards in this deck. So her, obviously her, she searches the Dragon Ball. You get it to your hand and you use it. There you go. But Baba, when you play this card, you choose one of the Earthling cards in your leader or battle area. Gohan is one of those, and he gains 5k for the duration of turn. So now he's a 20k, and then the other part of that is that you draw 1 card when you combo with her, and you choose one of their battle cards, and minus is 5k. So if they have some sort of blocker or something like that you want to remove pretty easily, there you go. It's pretty good to remove Dark Power Matsane as well, so that way you can get your Child's Wish out and not drop 2 cards. So the other thing is that it's pretty self-explanatory, right? When you actually take a look at it, Kami is just there just in case you get an overwhelming board. The one of is actually really clutch in order to do that. The one of Call of Justice is a backup plan to the hint, and then Shenron is also a backup plan to the hit if everything doesn't go well. Like if you're going against, like, I don't know, like Tane Destruction and you drop all your lightning fast hits or something like that, that's kind of the other thing. You just kind of go balls out and restand and go balls out even more after that. Triple attack or triple striker, critical, 45,000 attacker who restands. It's not bad, and you're gonna have 3 energy here, and then intensifying power or unyielding spirit trunks, sensu bean, untapping, and then the dragon radar to keep doing that. It's not a bad idea, right, as far as a backup plan. But the main thing about this deck, and the only concern that I have, is not having enough red. I already know that. Is to get your hit out. You only need 1 hit out. And for this man, at the beginning of your opponent's main phase, you place 1 red card from your hand to the drop area. If you do so, it can't be KO'd or KO'd or by your opponent's battle cards, and does not leave the battle area for the rest of your turn. Okay, there you go. So it can't be KO'd and it does not leave the battle area for the duration of your turn. So their whole entire turn, they can't remove it. It's just basically staying there. The other hit, I do believe, is this one, the Dimensional Leaper hit, in which you send into the warp if your leader card is a Universe 6 and play it into the battle area. I used to confuse those things, just don't get that confused. And then Foreseeing Hit, I don't play him simply because it just doesn't work with this strategy. You would just be adding more red, which is good, and Foreseeing Hit is probably one of the best red cards in the game, other than the Frieza SCR that we just saw. But that's pretty much it. That's neither here nor there. So you just kind of keep him on the field, making sure that you don't get him KO'd. Usually a Mai later in the game is going to be good. Usually him is going to be pretty good as well. So if you're going to be playing him either for 3 or for a Child's Wish, which is usually the thing that you want to do, you're going to be Child's Wishing him out, and then if you have an extra one in your hand, you just drop that into your hand and make sure they can't get KO'd. So the time that you want to go ahead and use the combo in which Lightning Fast hits, when you evolve for 5, you inflict 2 damage to your opponent, you're going to want to do that. So here's the thing. You do this on turn 4, right, when you have 4 energy, and then you make sure to survive, which with Sensu Bean, Dimension Magic, and a number of other things like Super Combos and Unbreakable, you should be able to do that. And the other thing is that as soon as you do that, you make sure he doesn't get KO'd. The following turn, you have 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area. You play the first lightning hit while they have 4 life, and then you untap 3 right after that. You have a Sensu Bean and an Unyielding Spirit Trunks. Either one works as long as you have a blue energy open. And then you attack with Leader for 30,000 critical, or you attack with one of your other battle cards, which sometimes if you have a Maya on the board and you haven't done anything with it, or a Kami or something like that, you can swing with that just so you can untap energy. And then you untap 2 and you play the next lightning fast hit. So really, all you really need to do is survive until 4 energy. Objection was something that I was thinking of. If you want to think about that or go towards that, it's okay. It's just that it just became a dead card and I lost hand advantage. It just didn't go well. If you want to add more red, more Foreseeing Hit, not too bad of an idea to keep him on the field. Rip 2 cards from their strategy in their hand, and then keep him on the field and just do it that way. But takes away from the Child's Wish targets, etc., etc. But really, that is really what it is. You get them to 4 life. You get 7 Dragon Balls in your drop. You Child's Wish him out for 2, and then you Lightning Fast hit once. You attack, untap 2, you Lightning Fast hit again. So the only thing that really stops this is Cold Bloodlust. So minus Killing Zone might be an option. So that way you can go ahead and do that after 7 Dragon Balls, and then using the 2 or 3 untapping type of things going on there. It's not a bad idea to go ahead and draw 1 and then prevent any kind of Cold Bloodlust. But that's really about it. That's kind of the whole deck idea. I got this from somewhere. I forget. I am not 100% not the first person to think about this, but I definitely wanted to bring my take on the strategy, and as well as get some more comments and feedback as far as this deck and what to do with it. So definitely let me know what you think about this. This is going to be a short one because you know, it's just a fun deck, just a casual deck. As I get rid of my set 5 decks and focus on Clash and set 6 as well. But that's going to be next as well. So definitely let me know what you think. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe if you are new. Join the tourney, join the Discord every single time, and I will see you in the next one.